Friends, to another live stream. Today we're answering some of your questions. I went live today a few hours ago, and now is a different time, different audience. So whatever questions you have that relate to spirituality and anything else in general, I will be happy to answer. So let's dive right in. It is 2 p.m. I'm sorry, 2 a.m. for me. I slept until 11 a.m., 11 p.m. And now I can't sleep in the night. Sleep schedule is not the best for me right now, but that's something that I'm working on. Regardless, this gives me an opportunity to speak with people and to people that are in a different time zone than me. So you can join me here and ask your questions. I will be happy to answer.
Give me that.
Welcome, Chorus Mankind. I'm doing well, doing good. Can't complain. Any day above ground is a good day. How are you doing way back there in the United States? What's up, Draco? My #1 fan. So we're doing it, my friends. We're doing it. What are we doing? Not sure. Okay, we're all set up. So return of the Mac, yes. That's me. And here we are, talk about spirituality, to share some positive, good vibrations with you. Thank you for the lucky clover, Corpus Mankind. Always good to see you here. Share some positive energy with you and talk about spirituality. So, Corpus Mankind, I'm curious to know how the military was for you, military service. Did you enjoy it? Didn't enjoy it? How did I get into spirituality at 19 years of age? By joining a 10-day Vipassana meditation retreat. And I got into it because I was suffering very badly, very miserably. Evening to you too. How's it going, Shiva? Hope all is well, brother. Everything is good. Life is good. What vodka are you drinking, Shiva? I don't drink vodka. I only drink water. Nice, clean, healthy water. So I'm sitting next to my shrine here and share some positive energy with you. Suffering from what? From life, from misunderstanding how life works, from entangling my mind with so many things, so many problems. So that's what happened. So Dr. Abba's not here today. We're by ourselves. Here to answer your questions. What are your thoughts on the war with Iran? It's very sad, but war happens. War has happened for thousands of years. Nothing you can really do about it. And it will continue to happen. So it will be a long time before human beings stop war altogether. Corpus Mankind says, my service, I think it was a Viktor Frankl quote, what is to give light must endure burning. I sure burned and suffered, lost my mind for years, and found knowing a better than ever version of myself. Okay, that's good to hear now that you're doing better. And yes, military service is not fun, not pleasant, especially if you engage in combat. And did it help you the right way? Sure it did. Yes, the Vipassana meditation retreat, talking about that specifically, it massively helped me. So I encourage you to do the same. Why are you trying to be in June? I don't know what that means. I wish America would support Ukraine instead of starting things in the Middle East. I agree. But What I think of the war with Iran is that United States runs on oil, and they have to go get oil some way, somehow. So pretty much all the wars that have ever happened as a result of oil. So yeah, it's not the best. Either attentive vipassana, can I do one focus on Christ, not looking to idol worship? It's not idol worship, actually, it's a science. It's a technique of the mind. And there is no religious aspect to it at all. You basically learn the teachings of the Buddha, the historic Buddha. The Buddha didn't teach you to worship God or Christ or anything. He just gave you techniques, technologies to work on your mind with, to purify the mind and to liberate your mind. So that's what you can expect from the 10-day Vipassana retreat. It'll be very hard, maybe even harder than combat or the military. But after you get through it, you'll experience lightness and just more control and more liberation, more freedom with your mind. I highly encourage it. That gave me the most amazing results spiritually. That is what I point to when people ask me. I have a question. Who is the one that is aware of my thoughts? Who is the one that's aware? Well, the question is slightly flawed because there is no who that is aware of your thoughts. There is just awareness. So awareness is aware of your thoughts, and that's about it. But keep meditating and keep being aware. Will you just naturally know if you're enlightened? Yeah, Sadhguru was asked, how will I know if I'm enlightened? And Sadhguru said, that's not something that you miss. Enlightenment is not something that you easily miss. You'll know when you're enlightened. So let me know if you have questions. I'm happy to answer any of your questions that you have that relate to spirituality or anything else in general. How do you meditate? I meditate by being aware of the present moment and the reality within. Why do God allow the innocent to suffer? That's something that you'll have to ask God, not me. Yes, thank you, Seaboy. Did you grow up Catholic, feeling it lacked the love of Christ? You mentioned feeling your Catholic faith was based in fear. Is that accurate? Yeah, I was born Catholic. I'm grateful for that. I was baptized, and that has an energy significance to it. But it wasn't enough. It just didn't give me enough tools. So yes, Jesus Christ was a wonderful being, maybe even the Son of God, but it wasn't enough to help me to stop suffering. So it took a long time for me to find the teachings of the Buddha, and the Buddha was like a doctor, not any religious person. Oh, you have this illness? Okay, this is the cause, and this is also how you cure it, and this is the medicine, so take it. And the Vipassana is like medicine. Actively medicine. I'll be enlightened when I arrive in heaven. I wish you luck. Why don't you go for Shunya itself, life-changing? I will try. When I go to India, I'll try to sign up. It looks like the courses are filled up. So we'll see if I can get higher initiation by Sadhguru. So if you're here, if you're tuning in live, let me know what questions you have for me spiritually. I'm here to answer any questions that you have. Asanas and sadhanas, what do you do for raising your kundalini? For raising your kundalini, get initiated into Shambho Mahamudra by Sadhguru by going to innerengineering.com. Shunya has fixed slots, okay. I'll see what I can do. If you have questions, let me know. I'm happy to answer your spiritual questions. If you have things to say or comments, I'll read them. Would you be willing to try to get your body into an autophagic state to see if you get enlightened? I'm fasting now. Actually, I haven't eaten haven't eaten food in 24 hours, and only eating fruits for the last 3 or 4 days, and feeling good, feeling the benefits. Brendan, don't be a troll here. If you have questions, write them out, I'll answer them. If you have comments, anything relating to spirituality, I'll be happy to talk about that. It's a nice quiet day here in Vietnam. It rained a lot, very heavily. I like when it rains. Things are taken offline. People aren't going anywhere as much. Things just kind of settle down. I enjoy that. Oh wow, I missed a lot of questions. Okay, do cucumbers have feelings? I doubt it. What is considered sentient? All beings, trees, plants, animals, sentient? No, a brain is required to be sentient, and a nervous system. Absolutely. Do you and Rob script things? No, we have not scripted things even once. Not at all. It is approximately 3 a.m. for me, and at 10 a.m. the sushi restaurant opens. Maybe I'll go get sushi, vegan sushi today. That'll be good. Are you into tarot? No, not really. Tarot is just a medium. When you open your third eye enough, you can just read the energy. You don't need tarot necessarily. No, plants are sentient. Plants are not sentient. Mammals are sentient. You were truthful, okay. Is Dr. Rob okay? Yeah, he's taking a day off. Do you do Shambho once or twice? I did it twice for a long time, now I just do once. My plants and animals are all sentient, I will never be. God is amazing. How did Isha Foundation felt like in person? It was like, the energy was amazing. It was amazing. Do you think you can attempt to read my energy? I definitely can. I can read your energy. I can read people's energy. Yes, plants are amazing, and eating plants is even better. Why do we serve the one God? I don't know. Why do you only speak when not on live with a monk, man? I don't know. I'm speaking now, and I'm not with a monk. Did you convert to Jainism? No, I'm not a Jain. I'm a human being. Why did you decide to go in this direction of your life? Because it works, it's helpful, it helps me, and I wanted to go into spirituality for the bliss. Yep. Okay, good to hear that, mad guy. Well, keep going. Keep going, and listen to some healing music, some mantras, that'll help you. How does my energy come across to you? Good, pleasant. Meat requires the digestion for 72 hours to digest, that's correct. Plants and animals listen to a different frequency. Why do you act like a troll when with the other guy if you are into sadhana? I don't act like a troll, I think I'm very respectful. He's more of the troll. Imagine seeing India and being like, they got it. They do got it in many sense in terms of spirituality. Why does a tree scab over using its sap from its roots if it keeps itself safe? How is that not sentient? Well, the word sentient, maybe I'll Google the word sentience. Maybe we can look up the etymology of the word and the actual translation of the word, but sentience requires a brain, and a central nervous system to be conscious and aware. A tree more responds than it is sentient. So the word sentient means able to perceive or feel things. Can a tree perceive or feel things? Maybe unconsciously, but not like a mammal or an animal can. Man, if you have the time, just DM me and point me to the right direction for a good. Okay, I will. Good evening, Shiva. I'm doing well, thank you. Hope you're doing well as well. Did you see Sadhguru's Wifey documentary, and what are your thoughts on it? Yeah, I saw it, and it's quite remarkable that she managed to attain that. People think that something else happened. I don't think that's true. And yeah, it's inspiring. It's an inspiring documentary. What is the essence of the eternal Tao? It's eternal. Where's your man? He's sleeping. He took a break today. Thank you, Mad Guy. See you tomorrow. What's your favorite Sadhguru quote? There are many. One Sadhguru's quote I like very much, and it's not my favorite, but if you don't do what you can't do, there's no problem. But if you don't do what you can do, then that's a disaster. There are many quotes on my website, shivakailash.com, and they cycle every time you refresh. So let's read one as we go on my website, shivakailash.com. shivakailash.com, and the quote of the day is, ain't no party like, yeah, maybe. The universe is not human-centric. Every life form has a role to play. That is the beauty of it. That's a nice one. But let's try one more. Sadhguru says, what you do is up to you, but you must do it consciously. That is what is meant to be human. So conscious action, not like an animal, not compulsive action, conscious action. Yes. Who is spiritual guru? Sadhguru is a spiritual guru. I recommend you watch Sadhguru's videos. One of the most spiritual human beings alive, and somebody that I've listened to for a long time. Everyone has a role to play, that's right. Have you been to Sadhguru's place in Tennessee? I've been looking at that place. So there's a ashram or yoga center in the United States, in Tennessee. And it is fantastic. It's created by Sadhguru, which you can see a photo right there. In fact, why don't we keep this like this? I think this is much better. And one day we'll go there. Thank you. How long have you been following Sadhguru, a Hindu? I've been following Sadhguru intensely since 2019. So 7 years now. Wow. That's a long time. It's one cycle. Yes, correct. Oh, you've been there. Okay, nice. You're from, that's good to hear. If I was in the United States, I would definitely go. It's right in your backyard. And definitely go. Thank you. People are saying that it's nice to see me alone. That's good. Is Rob also a guru? I can't comment on that. That's up to him. Even those glasses are, these are blue light glasses. These are not prescription. I have perfect eyesight. What are your thoughts on Sri Krishna? Krishna is a fantastic being. I don't have many thoughts about him because that's not where my desire is. It's all about Shiva for me. What does the vibhuti on the forehead represent? It doesn't represent much, but it has a useful purpose. Applying this ash, this sacred ash on my forehead, it enhances my perception. That's why I do it. That's not, nothing that I do is for, you know, significance, representation, or I don't know what the exact words you said. Yeah, the symbology or symbolism. This actually has a purpose, a use. Time in Vietnam. The time in Vietnam is good. It's good. I like Vietnam. Is there only one God? Answer the question. Probably. Can being slightly chubby like Charles Bronson and excessive masturbation lead to male pattern baldness, as in not having hair on top of the head, causing a person to be bald because of excessive masturbation? I highly doubt it. I doubt it, but it definitely won't help. So none of these two things will help. Just eat better food. You can still eat as much as you want, but better food. So people that are obese, they like to eat. I like to eat, but I'm not obese. You should see sometimes how much food I eat. You'll be shocked. But I make a conscious decision to eat the right foods. They still taste amazing, but they're better. And also masturbation, you're losing a lot of vitamins and potency. So at the very least, if you stop both those things, you'll feel better. And even if you are going bald because of genetics, it'll still, you'll understand it's not that big of a deal. You're a man. Get over it. Yeah, maybe. He opened his chakra and something happened, maybe. Did you born into a Christian family? Yes, I was. Have I looked into Sikhism? Yes. Sikhism is nice. Very kind people. Do you have all Sadhguru books? No, I only have one that was gifted to me. And in fact, I'll show you a little surprise. Watch this. This is a book that was gifted to me on my 30th birthday. It was a book by Sadhguru, Death. And when you open it to the first page, here is a surprise. It was signed by Sadhguru himself. So Sadhguru actually physically touched this book, and he signed it. There is a signature. You can feel the energy, vibration. Very nice. Very conscious and elegant, energetically elegant man. So shout out to Sadhguru. What is the way the ash improves perception? I don't really know how it improves perception. I just know it does. It works. So sometimes I don't know how this camera captures light and makes the video happen, but it works. That's why I use it. What religion am I proud part of? I'm very heavily into the religion that was the science of Hinduism. Thank you. You like my energy? I'm glad that it's peaceful. That's good. Sarah says, not the end of the world being bald. That's correct, yes. So that's just the nature of the body. It does weird things sometimes. Sometimes it goes bald. And what can you do? Good news is that it's not forever. You're only here for 60 or 80 years, and you're going to be dead. So you're just carrying around a dead body, but hasn't died yet. So it's not that big of a deal. W. Sadhguru. Yep, absolutely, Seraph. How do you both like Nick Fuentes and have an Indian tutor teacher? I don't know. Who likes Nick Fuentes? Rob doesn't like Nick Fuentes from what I see. What's going on with the makeup? You look like a girl with a beard. I don't know what's going on. I will help clean Rob's energy for sure. What do you usually use as a protein source? Fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains, and legumes. I eat all of these in many combinations, and all of them have protein. Have you attended a 10-day Vipassana course? Yes, I have. It's one of the most remarkable, beneficial things that you can ever do. I've attended 3 so far. I recommend you do the same. Visit a website called dhamma.org, dhamma.org, and sign up for a 10-day Vipassana meditation retreat, that's silent meditation, near you. Okay, how do we know we are in a good place? Look around, that's how you know. Do I like drinking herbal tea? Yes, I do. I love drinking herbal tea. How did you get into Hinduism? I got into Hinduism by being introduced to it by Sadhguru. If a person is balding, do you think meditation can help? For example, no. What can help is medicine like Rogaine or some of these things, but don't masturbate. That's probably the biggest thing. Sadhguru is the man that lived in the meantime. All right, let me scroll all the way to the bottom so that I can read recent comments, recent questions. So if you wrote a question that I skipped, just read it out again and I'll ask or I'll answer it. Do you split your money with a bald guy who isn't nearly as talented as you? No, I do not. Yeah, so don't be afraid to go bald. Sadhguru is bald, or he's balding, or has bald patches on his head. Yeah. What's your opinion on trans people? Let them do what they like. Is it true that I'm trans? No, I'm not trans. Hinduism is not popular in America, yeah. Can you do astrology / prediction? I can do some, not necessarily prediction, but I can do an energy reading for you. I encourage you to reach out to me on social media. Links will be down in the description. And we can talk face-to-face on video. I can do a spiritual reading for you, all on donation basis. Namaste, One Life Matters. Thank you very much for your super chat. Namaste. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Welcome to the show. Are you going live with Rob later? Yep, he's taking a break, but I'm sure we'll be going live again. Who's your favorite deity? Shiva, the first yogi. Hello, everybody. Good to see you here. Yes. Nice, thank you. How many pull-ups can I do? I can do 5, 6, 7, 8 pull-ups with stretches and a warm-up, maybe 10. Definitely 10. But I haven't exercised in months, so I probably can't do as many as I could once, back in the day. Do you think chakra vasam is the state the same as Shiva? Chakra samavara, I don't know who that is or what that is. I generally don't get why you go live with Rob. Are you just using the grift to make a stream grow? Yes, but also it's much more fun and dynamic. So I'm here by myself, I'm talking to you, but it's much more fun, much more entertaining, much easier to go live with him, with that person. Scrolling, thank you very much for your donation. I highly appreciate it. So I plan to make more live streams that are more engaging, more fun, more to do with community, more to do with spirituality and with people. So I want it to be fun. Thank you, thank you. Let's see. Spirit will attack you, okay. Who's your daddy? My daddy is a man. Past life regression or Akashic records, no, I can't do any of that. But I have a deep sense into people's energy. So whatever comes up, whatever is relevant to your life, we're not going to go digging. But whatever is relevant to your life now, that's what I can help you to see and perceive. How can I clear my throat chakra when I get that pain from holding back tears? That's a good question. That's a great question. If you're living in the United States, watch videos of Mato Tipila. Sometimes it's called to as the Devil's Tower. It's a structure in Wyoming. Or watch videos on Kailash. I have videos on Kailash. Watch Sadhguru's videos on Kailash. That energy will help you to awaken the throat chakra and to clear the throat chakra. That's one thing you can do. Other thing you do is reach out to me for a spiritual coaching or spiritual consultation. You don't have to pay for it. It's basically free. We can talk, and if you want to give a donation afterwards, you're free to do so. Shiva, you're curling your hair? No, my hair naturally gets curled, so I guess I have curly hair by nature. Do you believe Islam is spreading peace? To some people, to some extent, yes. But that religion is... Well, to answer your question, let's look at the evidence. Let's look at the Muslim countries. The majority of Muslim countries, are they peaceful? And the Middle East, where the majority of Muslims live, that's a very peaceful land, right? What happened in Italy with Dr. Rob? What thing in Wyoming? It's called the Devil's Tower, Mata Tipila. It's a natural mountain type thing. You'll have to ask him what happened to him in Italy. He was running some monastery and some things happened. I don't know if it's true or not true. Are you married or ever have been? No, I'm not married. Never have been married. Yeah. How much is it supposed to be paid for a spiritual conversation with you? There's no supposed to. I can benefit your life. I have value to give, and that shouldn't be put a barrier on. I don't want to put barriers on spirituality. So you can talk to me, I can help you, I can give you a spiritual reading, all on donation basis. So there's no barrier to entry. And you give what you can, or if you don't have money, you don't have to give, or if you didn't get beneficial things out of it, then that's it. We'll just talk. Who's your favorite deity? I already answered. Shiva. I now pronounce you Dr. Shiva. Born Bad Brains, thank you very much, respect. And now I'm gonna call myself Dr. Shiva. I demand that as respect. So let me know what questions you have. I'm answering any questions. Talking about spirituality, spiritual insights, and yeah, we're here. Thank you very much. Thank you. Stay blessed. You too. Why did you change your name to Shiva? Are you ashamed of your real name? No. I changed my name because I had to. It was something that needed to be done. And I received many blessings and benefits from that. What is your sexuality? I'm a heterosexual male. What's the main reason for wearing Rudraksha? It enhances your spirituality. Are you qualified to work with kids and schizophrenics? No, not really. I'm qualified to teach kids swimming classes because I'm a swimming teacher, but not mental people, no. What is your favorite horror film, Dr. Shiva? I don't really have a favorite horror film. Can we talk about Rob the Insubordinate? We'll talk about it when he comes in the stream. Nice, good to hear. So, yeah, correct. Lots of people don't know how to swim. Where are you from? I'm from Canada, Toronto. That's where I live. But I am born in Ukraine. So if you have questions, let me know here. If you ever wanted to share or send me a large donation, those are the places to do so. Not YouTube chats. Who's your guru currently? Sadhguru, this guy right here. That's my current teacher. Have you ever read The Doctrine of Vibration? No, but I know that the universe is vibrations. Are you enlightened? I don't think so. Do you consider homosexuality wrong? No, I don't. Where in Canada are you from? Toronto. Dr. Shiva, what would you do with my donation money? I would statistically would do three things: buy food, buy shelter, and buy my new phone for live streaming and enhance the quality and enhance the ability to live stream with multiple people. But I treat donation money as sacred, and I don't buy unnecessary or unneeded things or personal pleasure things. That's not the way to go. Do you have Cash App? No, I'm not from the United States. I have PayPal or my website. My website is powered by Stripe. I have to admit Rob is entertaining, although I've questioned his anger tendencies. Are you worried about his anger issues? Not really. I think he's maybe outwardly angry, but I've never felt like, oh, this guy's angry, he could do something stupid. He's quite calm. He's meditated a long time, so it's good. It's always safe to be next to a person like that. If I ask something about me in here, can you tell me? Are we doing it? Yeah, tell me here. Thank you very much. Dr. Shiva, may I ask how you met Dr. Rob? Are you childhood friends? No, I met him online approximately a year and a half ago. He joined my Discord calls, and we've been friends online until he met me in person in Bali. So, we met online. Could you take Rob? Yeah, maybe. He's much bigger than me. I don't think so. I hope Rob gets help, and yeah, me too. What would you consider yourself as, or what is your personal God? Do you study Advaita Vedanta or anything? My personal God, I mean, I'm very heavily influenced by Shiva and Shiva's energy. So that's what I would consider myself to be, a devotee or a follower of Shiva. What did Rob start being disrespectful to you? When did he? When he got more comfortable around me. From like the first 2 or 3 days. But yeah, it's all in good fun. Nothing is going good currently in my career perspective in my life, by the way. To be honest, what am I supposed to do? Ultra gaming. Nothing is going good currently in my career. What should I do? Consider traveling. Consider traveling and moving places, moving the place that you live. Are you still friends with Adi? Yes, I do. Dr. Shiva, what do you think? Do you think highly of yourself? Do you try to stay humble? I don't think highly of myself, meaning in my mind maybe I do, but not outwardly, and that's not the way to happiness. So humility and humbleness is definitely the way to go. It'll lead to much peace and happiness. Have you looked at the Trika Tantra? No, I haven't. Are you doing a trip this year? Yes, I am. I'm going to India, and you're welcome to maybe there. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, we'll do. A god of edibles, never heard that. Yeah. Yeah, Shiva's, I wouldn't say he's the god of edibles, but yeah, walking water. See ya. See you later. Good checking in. Yes, my friends, I see that these live streams will do better and will be better with friends, spiritual people. So life is about community and friendship and camaraderie. Now with the advancement of technology, this is going away slowly. People consider social media to be social. It's not really social. It's good to some extent, but it's not the best. Yes, thank you very much, Seraph. Ultra Gaming, a light and oil lamp. Can you see the oil lamp burning right here? So I don't go live without this because it burns away negative energy. The fire, little fire does that naturally. So this is one little scientific tool or hack you can use. If you light an oil lamp next to your room, it can burn for hours. You can forget about it in a safe space. And it'll help. And also, don't eat meat. I don't know if you're eating meat, but that also leads to a lot of pain and suffering unnecessarily. In a couple of hours, 5-6 hours from now, I'm gonna go get some vegan sushi. And I'm very much looking forward to that. Will you move back home after you're done with your time with Dr. Rob? Thank you for referring to me as Dr. Shiva. And will I move back to my home? The chances are good, but I'm not sure. I definitely miss my family. Being with my family is tough. It was hard when I was there with them, but now being away from them, I miss them. So whatever wants to happen, whatever needs to happen, I'll do that. But maybe I'll go to Costa Rica first to see what that place is like on the way to Canada. Do salt rocks lamps help? Yes, I do. I know a friend, my friend Leo. He used salt lamps a lot. Like he had multiple salt lamps in his room. Every corner of the room, he has a salt lamp. Little one, big one. He said it gives a good vibe, and it definitely does. Definitely, definitely. See, boy, absolutely. Dr. Shiva, does the Da Nang still show damage from the Vietnam War? No, not visibly, at least. I'm sure there's some kind of museums that I should probably go to and check it out and see what happened. That's what I want to see. The Vietnam War Museum. I think that'll be good for my consciousness and to study what happened in the war. But not that I've seen. No, not at all. They say that this is the first place that America landed was in Da Nang. Shiva ate Ban, which is, oh yeah. How can you scam your viewers like you are doing with Rob? How do you sleep at night? We don't scam anybody. Maybe you can define what scamming means and I'll happily answer your question. Yes, you're welcome, Ultra Gaming. Shout out to you. Have you ever asked ChatGPT about the 112 ways of yogis? Yes, I am. So Shiva said that there are 112 ways of attaining liberation. And he said that there are only 112 ways. There's no other way than this. There's only 112 methods of attaining enlightenment. So anything that you've ever read out of any spiritual teacher, it is one of those 112 ways. So let's look up what are the 112 ways. List 112 ways Shiva said to gain enlightenment. Thank you very much, Ultra Gaming, for your super chat. Ultron Gaming, thank you very much. Highly appreciate your donation. So let's skim through some of these 112 ways. So one way is observe the breath entering and leaving. That's one way. That's a technique used by the Buddha. The Buddha said observing the breath. He taught that technique a lot. Another one is focus on the pause between inhale and exhale. So there is a pause, a natural pause when you inhale, for example. Pause. Pause again. There's an emptiness when the breath is full and when the breath is empty. That's how you become enlightened. Third one is focus on the pause between exhale and inhale. So it's basically the opposite. Feel the breath touching the nostrils. Again, that's the Buddha's technique. But this originates from Shiva. Follow the breath from the nose to the heart. That's another trick. This is the breath. This is related to the breath. Let's listen to some obscure ones, like about sound. Listen to the subtle inner sound. There are sounds in the body that you can listen to, and will gain awareness. You'll gain awareness through that. Focus on a continuous external sound until mind dissolves. That's a good one. So just listening continuously to a sound that's being made by the crickets until something happens to the mind. That's one way to enlightenment. Another one, chant a mantra and merge with its vibration. Ooh, that's a good one. Chanting a mantra, ooh, until you become the sound, you become the vibration. Focus on the space between two sensations. That's interesting. Observe the moment a sensation appears. Become aware of the perceiver instead of the perceived. Interesting. Feel the body as energy rather than a solid matter. That's one way to enlightenment. Sense the entire bodies simultaneously. Observe bodily movement without identifying with it. We'll give you one more. Watch thoughts arise and disappear. That's to get enlightened. So this is how wise Shiva is, or Shiva was, it still is. The first yogi. He gave 112 methods to attain enlightenment and liberation, and he said these are the only ways to get there. If you're in a human body, there's only 112 methods or techniques to become enlightened. And the yogis that have come after him, they picked up pieces here and there, and they taught it, they expanded it, and they marketed it well, like the Buddha marketed anapanasati, awareness of breathing, very well. And that's what most people know meditation to be. But there are 112 methods. Lots of things, like to do with the body, to do with yoga, postures, with your eyes, many, many things. So let's read some of your comments now. Do we choose to come to Earth? Some people have said that. It's also my sense that I've chosen to be here. Also my body and my lifestyle and the people that I've born into. It's maybe an unconscious choice. How did you discover Shiva? Prior to gain knowledge, I smoked between. I discovered Shiva. Could that be real? It's most likely real. And I discovered Shiva through Sadhguru. Are you allowed to get married while you're on your journey? Absolutely. There's nobody stopping me. I'm not, nobody's my authority. Good morning, Dr. Shiva. Good morning, Willoughby. Your parents decided to get freaky in the earth. That's why you're here, because no spaceship exists, maybe. Have you witnessed Sadhguru in person? I've witnessed Sadhguru in person 3 times. One in Toronto, one in Sydney, Australia, and one in India, Coimbatore. All were magnificent, magical experiences. So, yeah. Very, very nice. Do you actually like Nick Fuentes, or is that just a Rob lying? Really don't care either way. I like him. I think he makes a lot of good points. He's controversial at the very least. The most thing that I like him is his ability to communicate. He's a very exceptional and fluent speaker. I hope travels are well. Thank you. Yes, they are. Can you explain the Dharma? The Dharma is the laws of nature, things that are observable and natural. Are all things Rob said to you through the woman true? What's up with the demon chanting? Was he chanting a woman? That's the way. Is everything that he says about me true? Some things are true. A lot of things he makes up and exaggerates. How much longer before you leave and continue your travels? Approximately 2 or 3 weeks. Is it a requirement to be a virgin to be Shiva? No, I don't think it's a requirement. So here we are talking about spirituality, anything that pertaining to wisdom and enlightenment. Let me know what questions or comments you have. I'll be happy to read them. Yeah, she is, definitely. And we're going to Kailash in September. I made a video about that, check it out. And if you're interested in going, reserve your seat, reserve your spot on my website, shivakailash.com/events. Yeah. Shiva, how do you explain that you called cops on the rooster and now poor rooster is murdered because of you? He's not murdered, you can hear him screaming in the background, and I didn't call the police. I called the owner of the hotel to ask the neighbor to put him in a coop at night, and they did. What have I learned from Rob? Let's see. I learned to be more authentic and more myself, to get more peaceful and grounded with myself. So he was definitely a positive impact on my life. He cloned the rooster, no. Have I spent with Shaolin monks? Are they legit? They are legit, probably, and I have not spent time with Shaolin monks, no. Yeah, let me know what questions you have. If you want to do a spiritual reading with me, if you want to deepen your spirituality, I'm willing to coach you and guide you, all on a donation basis. So reach out to me via the links in the description, on social media, and we'll talk. Okay, we got many more questions. So, Dr. Shiva, would you be continuing your journey and travels? Okay, ready. Answer that. No, I'm not going to be continuing my travels with Rob or his wife. Probably by myself. Scat Williams says, I have done many psychedelic and gained spiritual understanding, through those experiences. Do you believe that those understandings are invalid because of the method of achieving them? No, they're not invalid, they're valid, but it comes with a cost. It comes with a heavy cost, actually. So I wouldn't encourage you taking those trips, we can say. They hurt your mind. Better to be sober and meditate. Born by braids, your object is maybe soon. Exactly. Dr. Shiva, do you have a Discord community? Yes. You can find my Discord community in the description of this video. Go and sign up. What do you hope to achieve with your mission through life? Just to live peacefully and benefit people's lives if I can. Nothing really. I don't really have a mission. Yeah. My question is, how much of you and Rob's banter is real and how much of you is trolling each other? So I don't necessarily troll him. I troll him sometimes. Maybe 20% of my things are trolling. Him is more 80% is trolling and 20% is real. He trolls much harder than I do. How does nature hurt your mind? Nature doesn't hurt your mind. Nature heals your mind. But you hurt your own mind through going outside of nature. What do you do if someone hurts your feelings? You accept that your feelings were hurt because of you, not because of them. There's something that's missing inside of you or something needs to be worked inside of you. Nobody can hurt your feelings ever. They can hurt your body, but that's about it. Yeah, me too. Me too, Willoughby. How do you know that psychedelics hurt the mind if you have not experienced it? I have experienced it, that's how I know. I'm talking from experience. So I've taken these things before, and they do hurt your mind. Absolutely. The more you take it, the more they hurt. Is the universe mystical, mechanical, or both? It's both. Have you been to Norway? No, but I plan on going. Most psychedelics are natural. Yes, they are natural, but so is venom. Cobra's venom is natural. Are you going to go and eat it? When will you go to Greece or Turkey? I don't know, but I like Greek food a lot. Will you ever shut up and stop spewing bullshit? Okay, let's apologize for reading that. Do you feel that Ukraine will overcome in the end? I really feel that very strongly, and I hope that happens. That whole region needs healing, a lot of it. Do you maintain purity and stave off temptations? Yes, I do. I try to my best. I have sacrificed many pleasures in my life. Ejaculation, masturbation, addictions, all sorts of things. So that's the way to peace and balance of your mind. And Ukraine is bankrupting Russia with their war, by the way. What sort of things did you see when on psychedelics? I saw many things, but it was more... What did I see? I saw that my mind and body is both masculine and feminine. I both have a man and woman within myself. Dr. Shiva, will it be inappropriate to bless Rob with something as a wedding gift? And what would you suggest? It wouldn't be inappropriate, it'd be very appropriate. If you want to bless him with a wedding gift, that's something to ask him. I'm sure he'll tell you. Yeah, psychedelics take you away from reality, exactly, and take you away from sobriety as well. Let's see. Hello, everyone. Hello. Least trustworthy weasel, welcome. Can you describe the detriment to the mind? I do not believe that they have hurt my mind. If they have not hurt your mind, that's good news. How do they hurt my mind? Well, weed, it definitely slows your mind. It definitely did some kind of damage to my brain, guaranteed. Same thing with mushrooms. So, yeah. I haven't been using them for a long time, but that is, I don't know if there's any permanent damage, but still, I won't go back to it, that's for sure. Can you block Rob when you become a jerk towards you? No. I'm not going to block him. Is the universe mechanical? Then how do you implement that into spiritual life? Well, it's mechanical in terms of the cycles of the planets, for example, and the cycles of life. The Earth rotates around the sun, and that's a mechanical process. So how do you incorporate that? Well, the seasons. Things change, energy comes, energy goes. You have to go with the flow of life. So the more you pay attention to the mechanical aspect of life, the more you can use it and benefit from it. Do you recommend me trying psychedelics for the first time just to understand what they are like? I wouldn't recommend it. I would much more recommend you going to a 10-day Vipassana meditation retreat by going to a website called www.dhamma.org, DHAMMA.org, and signing up for a 10-day silent Vipassana meditation retreat. You'll sit as a monk for 10 days. They'll give you food and shelter for free. It's all run on donations, and they'll teach you this amazing meditation technique. This will give you actually powerful experiences that are stable, that have to do with sobriety. So it won't take you away from reality. But, hey. So a small child who is mistreated verbally is only hurt because of their feelings. Well, a child may be hurt because their emotional stability is not so strong yet, but largely or ultimately, yes, ultimately that's true. So you hurt your own feelings. If somebody, that's to do with how you interpret the words. If somebody says something ridiculous to you and you laugh, versus somebody says the exact same thing to somebody else, they cry, it's not the things that are said, it's the way the person interprets it. If people could hurt my feelings, then they could hurt everybody's feelings. You see? But one thing said to me, said to the other person will have two different reactions. It's how you react. A person that carries a stick will hurt me and hurt everybody else because everyone is hurt by a stick. But not everyone is hurt by words. Do I do dhyan every day? Yes, I do. I meditate, is what he's saying. Yes, I do. Do you walk around with blurry vision? Because this is the first time I've seen you with wearing glasses. These are blue light glasses. These are not prescription glasses. I have perfect eyesight. It's nighttime for me, so I wear it to help me to not be so hurt by electronics. Dr. Shiva, do you think both parents should take equal responsibility in raising their child? Absolutely. That would be ideal. I was high for so long, now I'm getting high from being sober. 1 year sober next month. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Are you okay? I'm okay. What is your actual name, Shiva? Well, we don't have an actual name. We only have the name that our mom gave us, or parents gave us. And that name was Yuri. Yuri, it's a Ukrainian and Russian name. Do you believe there is an afterlife, and how is it? I definitely do know there's things happen after death. How is it? I haven't found out yet. I'm waiting to experience it myself. Do vegans eat eggs? No, generally speaking, vegans do not eat eggs. Eggs are not vegan. Is Brahma conscious and the same? And my friends, if you want me to go into a topic in depth, then send a super chat. I'll talk about everything I know. What do you think of wearing makeup? Women wearing makeup? I think it's probably not a good idea for your health. Putting those kinds of chemicals in your body and bloodstream is not the best. Find natural makeup. But I understand why you would want to wear makeup. It's good to enhance your physical beauty. Is the byproduct of looking intellectual with the glasses not hurt either? Sure. If I look intellectual with these glasses, then they're a good bonus or a good plus. Dr. Shiva, how do you think you can help people the most? Well, by sharing my clarity, first and foremost. I'm doing these live streams. I'm live streaming right now. I have clarity on certain topics. I'm answering your questions, and hopefully that will give you some clarity in your life too. And if you can get clarity, that'll help your life massively. Are you a non-dualist? I guess. Sure. Nice, thank you. How do you feel about Dr. Monk? I don't feel anything about him. He's a good guy. Do you have to make drastic changes to your surroundings and relationships with friends and family when you initiated dedication to Shiva? Yes, I did. Lots of changes had to be made and were made in my life, sometimes even involuntarily because of my connection to this energy. So sometimes not always pleasant. In fact, most of the times it was unpleasant, but changes had to be made. Talk about non-dualism. Why is it dangerous? Yes, no, why? It's not dangerous. Non-dualism is nirvana. It's the essence of the basement of reality. It's something that you should look into and meditate. How do you feel about Dr. Rob wearing makeup? I like it because it's fun. I don't like it because it's not the best for his health. What does long hair signify for a male, and why is short hair normalized for males? It's not necessarily signified, but thank you for your gift, Danielle. Sent a high five. Thank you, I appreciate that. High five to you back. Long hair doesn't signify anything. Well, what is the significance of it? It is integration with the body. But maybe men want to be more aerodynamic or fluid or less worry about their hair, so they shave it off. But it's not conducive for spirituality. Thank you very much, Oliver. So you're spreading religion? No, not really. Have you been in America? It's not religion. Have you been in America? I understand it can be both difficult at times for a Canadian to enter. I have been to America, yes. And once I got rejected from America. Are you familiar with the YouTuber Dakota of Earth? You have the same vibe. Yeah, I do know him. He's in India right now doing crazy stuff. Yeah, Born by a Brain says, I used to get very upset that you kept streaming with Rob when I realized my own ego was causing my issue. Now I'm just entertained. Nice. Wise words. Why have fake meat if you're against meat? I'm against meat because, I have fake meat because meat actually causes problems to animals, and fake meat does not. Does Dr. Shiva, do you feel like you still have a lot to learn, or do you feel like you're ready to be a guide to yourself? I'm ready to be a guide to others. Definitely have lots of things to learn, but I've learned enough that I can at least share my value with others. Any tips on improving dhyana meditation? I try to do dhyana every day, but I'm sure I can improve more. Yeah, improving meditation has a lot to do with your lifestyle. So there's things you can do that you're doing daily that you just make changes will help naturally improve your mind. Like what? Sleeping with the bed facing east, sleeping with the windows open, having a shower before you sleep, drinking adequate water, not eating animals, eating fruits, vegetables, eating food that is rich in water, consuming the right videos, right energetic videos. Those are some tools that will help your mind become more naturally still and improve your meditation. Let's talk about DMT, shall we? I don't have any experience with DMT. Where's your counterpart? He's asleep and he's taking a break. Today's his day off, I guess. What is your personal opinions on against trans people? I don't know why you'd be against that. If they're adults, they can do whatever they want with their body. It's their choice. Shiva, why are you such a wuss? I don't think I am. When we talk, who's seen V for Vendetta? That's a good movie. Tamil Nadu, yes. Do you know Jesus Christ? Yes, I do. Why say they can do whatever they want? What if transition is harmful? Well, it's only harmful to themselves, and I guess we should help people that are hurting themselves. So that's a very sensitive topic to talk about. This is not the place or the platform to talk about that. Meaning YouTube. YouTube is not the best place to talk about this. Why sleep facing north? No, never facing north, facing east. If you sleep facing north, it'll disturb your sleep. So face east, that's the best sleep. Where are you located in the moment? I'm in Vietnam. So there's compasses on your phone. You can check the direction that your bed is facing with a compass and make sure you rearrange it to face east. If you're in the northern hemisphere, never sleep in the north, towards the north. And if you're the southern hemisphere, it's the opposite, never face south. So, but in both of these hemispheres, facing east is the best. Why east? Because it's the most positive energy, is in the eastern direction. If you're facing north, the blood has iron, the blood has metal, and the northern hemisphere pulls metal to the north very subtly. So at the most or at the least, you'll have disturbed sleep. You won't have as pleasant sleep as if you're facing east. So just don't do it. It's something you want to avoid. So I'm here answering your questions, my friends. If you have spiritual questions, let me know. Stretch out, my fingers pointing east, that's right. Yes, correct. So your head should be facing east. What religion am I? I have been heavily influenced by Hinduism and the teachings of Indian men like Sadhguru, that you can see right here, and the Buddha. Would you support Dr. Rob if he came out as trans? Sure. Why wouldn't I? Well, that's his personal choice to do whatever he wants. Personal opinion. So we're talking about spirituality. If you have spiritual questions, I'm happy to answer any and all of your spiritual questions. Why are people constantly asking about trans? It's a big topic nowadays, for whatever reason. How long have you been a Shiva Bhakt? For 7 years. Okay. Where is Dr. Rob? Are you Hindu? Yes, I am a Hindu. He's sleeping and today he's taking a day off. Why your dreams about Christ convince you he was an avatar? I haven't dreamt about Christ, no, and I'm not convinced he was I'm sure he was an avatar, actually. Was it Shiva Bhakt? What is a Shiva Bhakt? Shiva Bhakt is a devotee of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva being the first yogi that taught the science of yoga and initiated spirituality into the planet Earth many thousands of years ago. He's the source of all spiritual knowledge and religions, whether people like to admit it or not. He's the source of all religion. That's the origin of all yoga. Is that Dr. Rob tree shirt you took? No. Is it okay to assume that you're my guru, like someone I can ask questions about Dhyan and my bhakti? Absolutely. And I would encourage you to ask me questions. Why are they all talking about Dr. Rob? He's entertaining, he's fun. How do you feel about people saying religion can't get along? I'm Christian, but I follow Presbyterian Church, and we constantly do drives with other religions to raise money. Oh, really? Other religions? That's impressive. That's good. I mean, the reason why, or how do I feel that? Because people's minds get, they attach themselves to ideas. I'm a Christian, I'm a Buddhist, I'm a religious person. And then anything that is not what's outside of your boundaries is enemy, is foreign. Get away from me. You're a foreigner to my tribe. So either we're gonna kill you or do something else. So it's a human flaw. That's why we have to meditate. But doing good deeds is wonderful. We all have to do good deeds. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Hopefully with 1 million subscribers at least, and teaching spirituality all over the world. Dr. Rob, has Dr. Rob given you a knuckle sandwich for bitterness? No, he hasn't. If you want me to dive into a topic in depth, feel free or consider sending a super chat. And I'll talk about it at length and to what I know. And yeah, it's a good, that'll be appreciated. Have you been to Everest Base Camp or on your travels to Mount Kailash? No, I've never been to Everest Base Camp. I don't want to go, really. But some tour guides offer that before Kailash, they go to Mount Base Camp. Dr. Shiva, do you think someone can be forgiven for having lost their virginity as a teenager out of wedlock? Yes, for sure. Nobody needs to forgive you for that. That's just a biological, natural instinct and urge. And it's not ideal, because ideally you'd want to be married to both of you are virgins, but hey, that's life. Do you work? If not, how did you gain financial freedom to pursue your spirituality? Do I work? Yes, I do. And in fact, it was spirituality that gave me the freedom to pursue financial freedom, or that gave me the financial freedom. So spirituality makes everything in your life better. It makes you better. What stock should I be looking into right now? The S&P 500 probably. It's the best stock in the world, in my opinion. All religions are, yep. What is Hinduism? Hinduism is twofold. Hinduism is a land, Hindustan. That's where Hinduism originates. And Hinduism is the technology and the science of mind and spirituality that is invented and discovered in that geographical area. So Hinduism is not some Abrahamic religion where you have to have a god and you fear death or fear God or whatever. It's more like a science, and lots of things were discovered there. Like the discovery of if you wear something on top of your head, that does something to your energy body. I don't just wear this to look smart. Please describe yourself, your deepest and most profound spiritual experience. My deepest and profound spiritual experience was 2023, I think, and I just saw the creation, and yeah, it was cool. Do I clean a bottle with salt and lemon? Do I replace it every few years? No. The outside is a little bit tarnished, but that's okay. The inside is silver, so it doesn't need to be cleaned. And do you think or feel that being spiritual on YouTube is a big stretch? What I mean is that there's a lot of people on here talking about it, but in reality they are only grifters. Do you think or feel that being spiritual and being spiritual? No, I mean, I'm not being spiritual on YouTube, I'm being spiritual in real life. And you're just seeing me, I'm just turning on a live stream on my phone. I'm myself. So I'm offering you a service. I'm doing you a favor by doing these live streams. So what did I see when I saw creation? I saw Shiva, I saw how the creation is created, how it gets destroyed, and more so what it did for me was it destroyed my mind. That massive experience just eroded any sense of ignorance, we can say. So that was good. Bite Club Fishing said he is sending his last dollar. Thank you, I appreciate that. I'll cherish your dollar and I'll pass it on to the next person. I'll spend it well, or it'll be made great use of. And I'll spend it with your name in your honor so you get the benefits. Thank you very much for your donation. Does Shiva incorporate Buddhism? Not really. What's more impressive than Buddha sitting in a cave facing a wall and meditating for 7 years, Shiva? What's more impressive? The first yogi, Shiva, sitting for decades or centuries, maybe even, in meditative stillness. Do you believe some deities are representations of the human psyche and their stories are the metaphors? Yes, but a lot of deities are actually true and real and exist in the universe. So they're actual tangible experiences you can tune into. How did I find spirituality to begin with? I found spirituality, well, because of intense suffering, but somebody told me to go to a 10-day Vipassana silent meditation retreat, and I did. Actually, no, that's not true. The first origin that I had to spirituality was Joe Rogan. I was just a lost teenage kid, and just, I gotta go get a job, go to school, get good grades. And then I started watching Joe Rogan, and there was a clip of like a montage that was made of him, and he was motivationally saying, you know what, you don't have to go get a job, you don't have to go to school, you can just do what you love, and you can be passionate, you can do this, and life will take care of you. And it just opened my eyes. Oh my God, wow. For the first time in my life, I gained consciousness. I gained the understanding that I have free will. I don't have to do any of the shit that people tell me to do. And that was the first introduction to spirituality. So, thanks to Joe Rogan. How do you know when the crown chakra is opened? You know when the crown chakra is open because you'll feel intensely blissful for no reason. Sometimes you feel blissful because you're in a particular place, or you ate a food, or something happened to you that's pleasant. But when you open your Sahasrara, the top of the head, you just become blissful, and if you think of a reason, there's just no reason. Just because, the universe. Maybe that's the reason. So just because you're alive, it's awesome. And yeah. Shiva, why do you have a racing stripe? This is Vibhuti, sacred ash. This is not a racing stripe. This is enhance my perception. It does something to my energy. Isn't swearing naughty? Yes, it is naughty, but sometimes I consciously choose it to make a point. Yes, it's ashes, correct. So my friends, if you're here, consider sending a super chat if you want me to delve into a topic or answer your question in depth. If you want to, I'm here answering your spiritual questions, ask me anything you want. And if you want to do a spiritual reading with me or a spiritual consultation or a coaching call, we can do that all on a donation basis. The links to my social media are in the description. Can we ever be truly free from ego? I don't really know. Maybe, probably not. I'm not sure. Damn, I just realized it's very early in the morning in Vietnam. Yes, it's 4 a.m. What is the relevance and importance of stream entry? Stream entry is the first stage of enlightenment. It's when you break through your mind, or you just gain some clarity and sense of reality. And you actually see Nibbana for the first time. You see the unconditioned element of reality. You see emptiness. Then that's it. You can never go back. You know for a fact that the spirituality thing is real, and it's just a fast track to enlightenment from there. Yeah. Have I heard of soma? Yes, soma means intoxication, but it doesn't mean taking drugs. It means soma when you inner intoxication. Can you please explain who are you? I have missed that a bit. Who am I? Okay. My name is Shiva. Shiva Kailash Shambho is my full name. And I am a 30-year-old male from Ukraine. I live in Canada. Right now I'm in Vietnam. I've studied spirituality intensively, and I've gained the benefits from that internally. I've been to many spiritual places, studied from spiritual teachers, and I've gained some spiritual experiences that I can offer that with you, or to you here on YouTube. So if you have questions to ask me, I'm going to be happy to answer them. I love you, Shiva, but I cannot get the image of the love guru out of my mind. Nice, shout out to you. Do you believe we have to answer in our next life for what we did in this life? Absolutely. The actions that you perform, the mind that you create will carry on to the next life. So be careful not to commit crimes against nature, against life. Don't kill living beings, don't steal, don't lie, don't misuse sexuality, and don't intoxicate your mind. Do you have a complete, the 36 chambers of the death by... No. I'm not sure what the 36 chambers of death is. Are the Abrahamic faiths suitable for Western minds? Sure, why not? Have you read the Bhagavad Gita? No, but I know the story. Ever eat at Maddie Methan's restaurant in Toronto? Maddie is wild. I wonder if he is spiritual. No, I don't know who that is. But that's interesting. We're all going to hell then. Your mind is like the quality that you carry inside. So if you repeatedly complete or perform actions that are hurtful, that are not pleasant, you'll tarnish and taint your mind. Like I have a water bottle here. It's pure clean water. But if I start adding drops of red liquid, slowly but surely you'll turn more and more red. Then it'll be completely red. So make your mind pure like water by being virtuous. What about addiction? What if it's really hard to beat, but you really want to? And you said you answered your own question. You have to. Or you really want to, so then do it. Doesn't matter if it's hard. If it's worthwhile, it's worthy of doing. It's worthy of overcoming those challenges. Should sex be purely for reproductive purposes? No, but ejaculation largely should be for reproductive purposes. Not always either, but hello, Ginger Waters. But ideally, it should be for your own health and well-being. Do I drink coffee? No, I don't drink coffee. I don't like coffee. It agitates me. Maybe like a sip, one little, and that's about it. I can handle, and it'll give me some boost of energy. Do you use oat milk or nut milk because you're vegan? Yes, I do. That's the only kind of milk that I eat or drink. My preference is oat milk. It's the smoothest. But soy milk is also very nice. Does free will exist? I'm not sure, but it appears I have free will. I can move my hands around. Someone might say that's just cause and effect. I don't know. At least I'd like to think that free will exists. Because it gives me an opportunity to be conscious and control over my life. Yes, free will does exist because you can consciously respond to life. How do you milk an oat? You take oats, throw them in a blender. First you soak them overnight, then you take the soaked overnight oats, throw them in a blender, you add some water and you blend it. Then you strain out the pulp and you have oat milk. Delicious, fantastic, and no cow had to suffer for it. Wow. And no pain and unnecessary torture had to be done on the planet Earth. Wow. Shout out to oat milk. No Rob today. Rob, I called him. He was watching some movie online, and he said, "Oh, I can't go live today." He's taking a break. He's working on his inner mind. So maybe we'll go live tomorrow. The cows need milking, lad. No, they don't. They need their babies to suck their tits. So, they need milking because you steal the baby from them. Then that they need milking because you exploit them. But nature takes care of itself. Cows don't need humans to milk them, that's for sure. Okay, that's not nature's design. I like hemp milk. Wow, that's I've never tried that before, but that I'm sure is delicious and very nutritious. Man, I want hemp seeds. Hemp seeds are so much good food that I'm not eating in Vietnam. I want to go back to Canada. What exactly is consciousness? Consciousness is the thing that is aware of your six senses or experiences. That's what consciousness is. Do you buy it or do you make it? I agree with tortureless system. I understand that most products in supermarkets are shelved and aren't that great for your system. Yeah, ideally you would make it. I don't make it, I buy it. And the ones that I buy in Costco are generally, at least they taste good. It looks good to me. But if I had a vegan woman, a vegan wife, that made it for me, I'd be very thankful. Do you need to show The Matrix for the stream? You should all watch the Matrix movie, absolutely. What are the 6 seasons? 6 seasons. There's 4 seasons. I think you mean 6 senses. Is my red the same as your red? I have no idea. And I don't think we can check. I can't help it. A nice charred ribeye slap. RIP for the victims. Canada is demographically doomed. Yeah. Yes, it is. Most likely, probably. If you don't mind me asking, where are you from and what brought you to Vietnam? You like it? You seem like a nice, knowledgeable guy. So, not at all, don't mind you asking. Where am I from and what brought me to Vietnam? I'm from Canada, originally from Ukraine. What brought me to Vietnam is the cost of it, the inexpensibility, and also my friend is here. And the ocean. So all those things brought me here. And I do like it, yes. It's one of the best places I've been to in the world. It's very nice, peaceful, people are not insane. So much more, the energy of people around is much more sane and sensible than like America. It's crazy town there. If it was a Matrix, it would be Morpheus. I would be Seraph. Nice. Do you believe in caste system? No, I don't. Dogs and cats seem more difficult to make vegan. Yes, they are not vegan. They are carnivores. Dr. Shiva, are you looking for a wife or are you focusing on your spirituality right now? I'm focusing on the spirituality right now, but I'm open to receiving a wife at any time that presents itself. So we're coming to the end of our live stream, my friends. If you have any further questions or comments, or feel free to send a super chat. If you want to go into a topic in depth, that's the best way to do that. As well as if you want to reach out to me, if you want spiritual help or spiritual guidance, if you want an energy reading or a spiritual consultation, you're welcome to reach out to me on social media, and we will do it all on a donation basis. So you give what you can, or what you want. And the links to contact me are in the description of every one of my videos. What's my biggest fear? Dying. Could you have a wife that isn't spiritual? Sure. Everyone is inherently spiritual. And I'll make her spiritual. Thoughts on stoned ape theory? Apes ate shrooms and became intelligent. That's an interesting theory. It's possible. I'm not sure how accurate it is though. That's it, my friends. Thank you very much. Leave a like on this video. It's at 69 likes. If you haven't left a like already, leave a like. Double click the screen. That's how you leave a like. And yeah, we'll see you again in the next live stream. Peace.